Are we there? We on? Yeah, we're bleeping, David. Are you all right?
We're bleeping.
Right.
We're all good.
Okay. That was the machine bleeping. That was not because we were having to have words bleeped. Okay, just FYI.
Oh, I was going to wonder what you were going to say then.
Oh, here we are. Start as we mean to go on, don't we, with Mr. Waite. Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Highlight Craft 6 p.m. live show. I think it's giving it away of the bit of the counter that you could probably see. We're doing a bit of sublimation, you know. We've got the printer and everything and all these blanks. And I know she's been back a couple of days, but we've got Sam back. Oh, do you know what? I can't even tell you. It's like everybody was like, oh, Sam's back in the building. It was amazing. So thank you, Sam. We've got Sam on the cameras.
Yeah,
there
thanks
she
for
is.
coming
Look.
back.
Sorry?
Yeah,
thanks for coming back. We really needed you to. We've got our lovely Amber on the production and pressing all the buttons. We've got myself. I'm really sorry about that. For you, the host. And we've got, come on, Mr. Waite.
Oh, get off my chair, Sean.
Come on, because I know you like a sit down, but over here.
I love sitting down. Does anyone else
Do you want
like
to bring
sitting
your chair
down?
with you? Because
I
you
think
might actually
sitting
be
down
the
is-
same height as me.
Sitting
It
down's
makes me
brilliant.
laugh. When Ethan's on the camera, it makes me giggle. See, you've had to lift it up. He takes this whole step back like that when David stands at the side of me, so we can get David in the shot. It really does make me smile. So welcome, one and all.
Hi, everyone.
Super show. We've been a bit excited about this. We've been having a little bit of a play with the machine.
Yeah, we have,
haven't
haven't we? Which
we?
has been nice.
Which has been, yeah, and, you know, getting to know everything. So you're all there watching us on our social media platforms or your social media platforms, so welcome. Now, you can actually watch us on YouTube on your smart TV, so you can get us up there on the big telly box if you wish to. While you're shopping with us on the social media sites, you need to put a shop code in, okay? Really easy. This is just how you shop with us. So I'll give you a code, type in the word shop and then the word printer. If you've been saving your pennies up and you're in the market for the Sublimation printer, okay? That's all you need to do. Then you'll get a notification back, a message from us. Within that message is a link. Now, when you're ready to check out all of your lovely new goodies, log into one of those, click the link, and it will take you straight to the shopping basket on our website. Log into your account. You must log in. It's one of the, otherwise you won't get your extra discounts and things like that. Log in and then check out. However, if you're watching us on our streaming live platform, which is our website, it's a little bit different. Down here on the right-hand side of your screen, you've got all of the products listed there already. So I actually quite like doing that because I can shop ahead a little bit.
Yes,
So
definitely.
you can click on an item and add to basket. Once you start putting things into your basket, a little red shopping bag will appear. Every time you put something in there, you will then, the number will increase. When you're ready again to click out or check out all of your lovely goodies, click on your shopping basket, log in again, and then check out. It is that easy. Super simple way of shopping with us. The social media shopping now is like taking the world by storm. So we want to welcome each and every one of you that comes every day to come along and shop with us. We do have you with us. Here you are. I can see. Just a minute.
You're all there. Thank you.
Tracy, Lorraine, Jackie. Hi, darlings. Joe, Fran, Louise, Julie, Gwen. Oh my goodness. Veronica, Deborah, Maureen, Barbara, Amanda's here, Diane, Lisa. You're all there. Welcome, one and all. It's an absolute joy and a pleasure to have your company this evening.
I can't even remember what was our first show at 7. We were here at 7 this morning. What was our first show at 8? What did we do? I can't actually remember.
Airbrushing.
Oh my gosh, that feels like yes. Really? Was that? That was today.
That was with Mel as well.
Oh, it was.
I feel like
you
Mel's
were filming it.
Yeah, it was us, but in a different format.
Yeah.
However, yeah, that seems like that was last week.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we've had a really good day. There's been so much happening today.
Loads on today.
Loads of different shows. And you know what? A wonderful way to round up the day, of course, with Sublimation. Of course, so many of you have got your printers now already. And I know there is a few of you still out there, of course, sitting on the fence, waiting to go for it. This could be the show to do so. Maybe you're waiting for payday to come round and you wanted to wait till the next show. This is the opportunity. And also a great place to stock up on tons of Sublimation surfaces. So all primed and prepped for print, okay? Which is what you need to be getting. So yeah, we're going to take you through it and have some right good fun.
We are, actually. It's a fabulous way of crafting. It really, really is. Now, when you look at all the reviews and everything that are out there, the Brother Sublimation printer comes out on top every time, okay? For lots and lots of different reasons. One of them being the ink cartridges, that it doesn't use a lot of ink or they last a long time. Now we have our lovely Jonathan that is in the joins us regularly. He does some of the printing for us, and I think he said the other day, if you're there, Jonathan, will you also put that back in the comments for us, please? I'm sure you suggested you'd done well over 200 prints and it had hardly used any ink. That's
a really good point, yeah. Since, of course, we launched our Sublimation just before the launch of the show, obviously, we were printing loads, making samples, doing projects, getting to terms with the machine. The ink hasn't even gone down on the actual... We can't even
see that it's moved.
It's like a minute amount, which, of course, for me, I was thinking, well, I'm doing full-page photos here, surely I'm going to be replacing it next week. No.
No.
We've done probably at least 30 of these.
And when you look... the ink that we're using, the imagery reader that we're using, these aren't like soft flower. These are really vivid, bright colours that we're actually using for the printing. So the actual printer, shop printer, would pop it into your basket, and it's the Sublimation printer SP1. Okay. Now, this is the starting price for you all. Okay. Now, when you're in the club and you're a member, even if you join now, this very minute, you will be on our first tier and you have got then access to 5% off your basket spend straight away, okay? Which is just brilliant, okay? And that's, you don't have to sign up for anything. No, you don't actually spend any, you know what I mean? It's not a 10 monthly subscription or anything like that.
It's a free club.
It is just because you join us, okay? So with that in mind, you've got a 5% saving on the machine itself. And then, I think I've worked this out correctly, just so you also get £18 worth of points. And they will add to your account in 2 weeks, okay? So after 2 weeks, you get that £18. So when you take that 5% discount off, and then you think you're then going to get £18 returned to you in 2 weeks for you then to use on your points, that is a cracking saving on this machine. Okay, so if I've worked this out correctly, it's £399.
Okay.
Take off 5% makes it £379.
It does.
Yeah. And then you get 80. So you actually save, is that right? £49.95.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then £18 worth of points.
How good is that?
That's just bonkers.
It's brilliant. And of course, you've got all of that to look forward to. So this could be the show where you take advantage of getting a Sublimation printer home. We would love to hear from you as well. Get your testimonials in the comments. Yes. Of course, you can read the reviews on the website. Let us know, of course, because I've been seeing tons of projects being used with your Sublimation printer. It's brilliant, okay. I do think we have some actual questions coming through as well.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so Jonathan, thank you, Jonathan, for getting back to us. This is why I love you guys. You're interacting with us straight away. So he's just checked and it hasn't moved, and he's done another additional 30-odd prints since then.
Wow. Yeah, it is fab. Absolutely fab.
It is so good on the ink. It's brilliant. Our lovely Fran. David, I posted a couple of paintings I did using an airbrush on Highlight Your Creativity. They were done in 2014.
Oh, my word.
We'll have a little look at that.
We will do, absolutely.
So
we'll have a look at the group.
Thank you for joining us this morning. The airbrush show was cracking, absolutely cracking. So,
yes,
when you've got your actual printer, you're going to need substrates to actually put onto the printer. But first of all, you're going to need the paper the sublimation paper. Now, on Saturday when I was with our lovely Stephanie, she was talking us through. Now, the paper that we have chosen to bring for you, there are other versions, okay? There are what can be on fabrics and on hard surfaces, etc. But what we've done here at Highlight Crafts for you is we've chosen a paper that does multi-surfaces.
Yes, absolutely. It'll do more than just one. So
it
coasters,
does more than one.
glassware, polyester aprons, tote bags, whether you want to do it on lanyards, gift boxes, everything.
So we've done that. So we're not then selling you. You've got to have that. But when you're doing glass, you need this paper. When you're doing fabric, you need that paper. So we've chosen a specific paper
like a hybrid.
that does It is like a hybrid. Yeah, exactly that. That does multi-surfaces. So for that, it's shop sheets.
Ooh.
That's Amber's responsibility. She gave me that one. Thanks for that, Amber.
Shop sheets.
Shop sheets, sublimation paper.
40 sheets inside there. That's
40
really
sheets,
good value for money.
$15.99.
I thought that would have been about like $24.99, something like that.
Well, I thought we were just going to get 20 sheets or something like that for fit, but it's not. It's 40 sheets for $15.99.
That is a
Shop
brilliant price.
Sheets. Okay.
Okay, so of course you could be stocking up on your sheets if you already have your printer already. It's always good to have extra.
Absolutely. Yeah, because that is your consumable. As far as I'm concerned with this, obviously your blanks, there's not a lot of consumables that you use here.
Yeah.
So you've got your blanks that are then projects for you to work with, for you to keep, for you to gift, or for you to sell. Okay. So that is that. But the actual consumables is your ink, which we've just, said that it's going to last a fair old time. And then your sublimation paper.
Absolutely. And of course, there is a few other bits and bobs that are going to aid you within the process well. We've got a full kit for you, which is brilliant because, of course, once you've printed your design, you're going to want to go on to,
Put it on something.
Absolutely. And a heat press is perfect for this. You need a heat press to do it, okay?
So this one is shop bundle. So you get your actual heat press, okay? You get your mouse mats. So you get 2 mouse mats that are prepared for print, which has got the white on there. You do get your heat transfer. So this is like your Teflon sheet. And you also get included in there a heat resistant tape. So you can actually tape down your image so you're not worried about it moving while you're transferring your image to your actual print. And this is one of those mouse mats. Now these are incredible quality mouse mats. Look how thick they are.
They're brilliant. Honestly, I love these to bits. They're the perfect project. Even if you don't use a computer mouse, they're a lovely little display mat. Okay, a little roll-out coaster mat, something like that. They're wipeable. You can wipe them clean, keep them, of course, nice and fresh. But again, these are wonderful just to have as little surface protectors. But inside here, you are going to get, of course, that heat press. It has different temperature settings on here. I always use it on the full one, which is, of course, at 180 degrees. You can change it, of course, from Fahrenheit 2 degrees on the digital display. It times off automatically after 15 minutes as well. So, and I do this all the time. I'll sometimes even drive back to work and go, have I unplugged the iron? I go back home, have I unplugged the straighteners? We've not even been on for 3 weeks. But the fact that it turns itself off after 15 minutes is a big safety net for you. It's got that auto cutout there as well. You can have it on 140, 160 or 180. The surfaces we're showing with you, we would suggest using it for 180 for all of them. And it takes only about a minute each time you've pressed.
To transfer, which is fabulous. So all of that as a bundle, your Teflon sheet, your heat resistant tape, 2 of your mouse mats and your fabulous little heat press, $69.99. And I will again tell you all, this is before you then get your discounts, okay?
As well, just wanted to mention, I believe this evening, which is really exciting, we're also streaming live on the craft store.
We are.
Okay.
Hi guys.
So we wanted to give you a big shout out as well. Of course, that we're streaming there. Of course, if you don't know how to shop with us, we're going to recap that all through for you as well, which is really exciting. Okay. So we can always make sure to keep you up to speed with how the whole system and process works.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah.
So now we've got lots of different breakdowns of different things. Maybe you've already got your heat press, but you're wanting additional tape because, again, the tape is going to be a consumable.
Absolutely.
We do have then heat, which is your PTFE heat resistant mat. It's 30 centimetres in length on its own is £9.99, okay? But then we do have the duo, and that is then your matte and also your heat resistant tape,
And this mat
which
as
is
well.
£16.49 for both of them.
It's huge. This
Yes.
mat here, it is massive. Now, of course, it's about 12 inches wide. It's about 1 metre as well in length, which of course means you can cut it to size if you need to.
Absolutely.
I actually cut mine in half and I use just 2 separate pieces. Means whilst one's cooling, I can do the other one. Or you fold it in half and sandwich the project inside as you're ironing it.
So there's a lot there for you to use, which is brilliant. So that one is £16.49 with your tape. So I'm going to sit that on there. So the next one that we've got that is prepared for print is the tin.
Absolutely, the little metal tin.
These are so adorable, especially for gift giving. So this one is shop tin. It's your rectangular metal tin, $14.99. Look. We've got our Peggy. I said you got told it that way, David, because she's lied down.
She's lied down, she is indeed. Now, these are brilliant. What actually happens with these, of course, is that the lid of it is adhesive. Is this one being stuck down on here? I don't know if it has actually or not. Yes, I think that one's been stuck down. What you do is you, of course, have a self-adhesive sticker inside the lid. This actual panel, the inset here, comes away. You then do your sublimation on it and then you stick it into place. It's as easy as that. I printed off my own photograph, of course. You can print yours. But these are great as a keepsake.
They are.
This would be great as a memory box, as a journal for a lovely photograph, anything to be put on the front. I love that.
Do you know, you could even do it as storage and take a photo of what's in the tin.
You could.
So you can actually see what
Would
you're
you imagine
keeping in the tin.
Can I do that for all of my drawers?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a good way of looking after your shoes, though. That's a top tip that somebody once told me, is to take a photograph of what shoes and then stick them on the outside of your shoebox so you know what pair is in which box.
That's a really good idea.
Now we're going to move on again to Shop Square, okay?
So all of these surfaces that we're looking at the moment, okay, there's a reason why we've specifically got them for sublimation printing. It has to be with that polymer, that polyester coating. If you were to go on something that's 100% cotton, it's not going to transfer. It may give you the faintest image, but it will most likely do nothing at all. It has to have that polymer, that polyester the coating on it, which of course is a reactive process in the sublimation printing. So of course, these are all the surfaces which have that. If you're thinking at home, oh, I've got some coasters, it'll be fine. It most definitely, or in most cases, will not do anything. It has to be designed for sublimation.
And it's called prepared for print, okay? So whenever you're looking for these, we've actually got them so they are ready and prepared for print. So that is why we've chosen this particular paper. Because it goes on multi-surfaces, and then all of these different blanks that we're bringing to you, this paper will work. But like David said, it is a chemical reaction from the actual paper, the print, the ink, to being transferred onto something that is prepared for printing, okay? That polymer that it uses to actually bond to.
Fabulous.
So this is lovely. Now, a lot of the imagery that you can see that we've used on some of these samples are all from either Two Red Robins or our fabulous MCS recent downloads, because Minecraft Studio works incredibly well with this. So this one is Shop Square, your square glass coasters. They are 10 by 10 centimetres, okay? You get 4 of them for $12.99.
That's a brilliant value for money price. Definitely get these in your stash. You've inside there as well got loads of different gifts, or of course, you've got a lovely display piece to have in your home.
You have.
I would definitely be making these for myself.
Yes, absolutely.
But making and selling is a massive plus with the Brother sublimation printer, because of course, you can use this for all of your making and selling. Somebody can send you photographs. Sam, who's on cameras tonight, she sent me photographs which I've then printed and I'm going to sublimate for her.
Which is just brilliant, isn't it?
In a matter of seconds.
In seconds. And then, though, the next one we're moving on to is a tote bag. These are fabulous and the quality is beautiful. So these are your white long-handled tote bags. It's a triple bundle. So you're going to get 3 of the bags, okay? And it's $17.99 for all 3. Now, they're a sizable bag.
Oh, they are indeed. They're a lovely shopper bag. And, of course, it is that polyester. So these are going to be perfect for your sublimation, instant and, of course, strong resolution of your transfer. Of course, they're all white, these surfaces as well. So it's going to give you a really bold print and image.
Yeah, absolutely it will. So shop tote for that one, $17.99, and you do get 3 in the bundle.
Great price there.
Now, one of the things that has absolutely blown me away is, okay, we can sublimate print onto something that's really flat and shiny. You would expect that to be a super, super quality, and it is. However, when you print onto a fabric surface, now this is shop towel, they're your waffle pattern tea towels, and you get 4 of them, again for £17.99.
Look at that.
Just look at the quality of the print again. Now this is a textured fabric surface, guys.
This is
That
amazing.
is phenomenal.
They're lovely tea towels as well, really
They are
absorbent.
lovely, yeah,
so
they
of
are
course,
lovely tea towels.
Have these displayed in your kitchen with your own images on, with your own designs on. If you love Minecraft Studio and you've delved into, of course, now Sublimation printer, all those designs you've now got around your home.
Aren't they just brilliant? I was saying when we on the Saturday, I said to Stephanie, it's one of those things that I can't believe it doesn't matter what substrate it changes to, the quality is just as good and is just as striking.
Absolutely.
I'm blown away. There's not many craft elements that I can think of where you can have all these different things and they are just as crystal clear and as good as what you're actually printing onto.
Absolutely.
You know, you've got your we bring you different printables all the time, okay, onto acetate and onto your rice paper and things. Now, they do slightly change. This isn't. The quality is amazing. Now, another favourite, I think this as a gift would be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Shop clock. It's a square. It's 30 by 30 centimetres and it's £19.99, and it does come with your mechanism and the arms as well.
Okay. So this one would be great, of course, in a kitchen, an office, a craft room, anywhere at all. It is a brilliant, of course, the size of it, 12 by 12, it's huge.
That as a photo,
this
with
would
a photo
be brilliant,
on it.
with the mechanism and lot. Amanda, would you want to quickly recap for everybody how they shop with us, especially
Yes,
if they're new
you
to viewing
do.
this
Yeah,
this
and you-
evening?
yeah,
And I'm going to go and
absolutely.
get ready for demo, okay?
Okay, so welcome one and all. Here we are at our live crafting here at Highlight Crafts. So what we're now going to be doing is just telling you and recapping how to shop. Now it is so easy for us how to shop. So you can actually shop with us on your social media, which is fabulous. So on Facebook and on Instagram. While you're there, I'll give you shop codes, okay? So I'll give you the word shop and, for instance, clock. So I'll say shop clock. You type that into the message into the bottom, okay? You'll then receive a message from ourselves that says, thank you very much for your reservation. When you open that message, there's a link. Click the link and it takes you straight to our website. So easy, okay? Once you're at the website, log in to your account and check out. However, if you're shopping on our streaming live platform on our website, it is slightly different. Down this side of your screen, all of the details for the product are listed together. All you need to do is click on the product, click add to basket, and it'll drop it into your basket for you. Then you have a little red handbag basket appear. Every time you add an item in there, it will tell you that the extra ones are in there. When you are ready to check out all of your lovely new goodies, click on the basket, log in and check out again. Now, all of the money that we're giving you on the show, the prices for all the products, remember, even if you join up seconds before you check out your basket, you still get discounts, okay? You get discounts, you get points, you know, like you do at the big supermarkets, they go there as well. You also get free postage if you're shopping, your basket is over £35 or more, which again is brilliant. And once you've added in a few of these substrates, you're actually going to achieve that. Really super simple. So, are you ready for us, David?
I am indeed, if you'd like to come
That's
over.
how you shop with us. Isn't it easy?
Thank you, Amanda.
You're very welcome.
So here I've got my sublimation printer. It's out here on my desk, where yours will be as well. Now, of course, just keep yours plugged in. Connecting your actual laptop to your printer is super simple, super easy as well. You can also do like your Apple print as well, where you can print from other devices. It's super easy to hook up and get used. So, of course, everybody that's got theirs already, I've seen you all printing with them. If you ever have any issues with, of course, setting that up, just let us know, and of course we can run it through with you. It's super easy to do. It's Wi-Fi enabled as well. You also have a QR code on the front to scan, which is it's brilliant. Use it with Artspira.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you're actually loading, this here is of course an adjustable screen. And inside here is where you load your sublimation paper. Now, the paper that we share with you, of course, you load it with the text of the logo facing up, pop it into the drawer and just press OK. It's recognised the size, and of course it is A4 sublimation paper. Now, the actual paper that you will receive with your machine, you do receive a couple of sheets with it. They're ever so slightly smaller than A4, okay? But of course, they're still purposeful for the machine. But the ones we're sharing with you are, of course, exactly A4. As well, with your sublimation printer, something that's really interesting is it automatically will be mirror printing your images. Because of course, if you think about it, when it prints something, say for example, you printed happy birthday, okay, printed it out, and you're then going to flip it and sublimate it, you're mirroring it, so all the text would be backwards. So it automatically flips all of your images for you. Now that's a function that you can remove. It's really easy to take off, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Because of course, if it was just a general photograph, you wouldn't need to flip it, okay? So if you had a photo of yourself and you were looking to the right, and you were to, okay, flip that photo on Minecraft Studio, you'll be looking to the left when you sublimate it because the printer will flip it back for you, okay? So you can either use the mirror function or not. It really doesn't matter, but of course, if you're doing text.
It's a cool function.
It's a really cool function, I like it. So I've got my laptop here, and also as a bit of a sneak peek for you, on my laptop I have popped on here a Minecraft Studio download that hasn't launched yet. It launches on Friday, which is really exciting. So our printer is all ready to go. It's actually wireless. I've not got any cables connecting my printer. The cables that you see are the ones powering everything, like my laptop, and connecting us to the telly box, which is just there. So no cables being used for that process. Now, what I'm going to do here is just select a new page on the computer. And with my USB, I of course have a Minecraft Studio project on here. So I'm just going to drag on one of our scenes to use. Okay, so I'm going to grab this scene, which is from our fabulous brand new download.
4 seasons.
4 seasons. And of course, I'm going to grab an animal from here. What's your favourite? Well, there's all sorts of animals on here. Ducks. Oh yeah, ducks are a great one.
Put the ducks in.
The ducks. Should we use the ducks? Look at these.
That's a goose.
That's not a duck.
That's not a duck either.
Why can't I see the duck? Are you sure there was a duck? Where was a duck? Is it that? That's the duck.
That's also a goose.
Is it?
Yes.
That looks like a duck to me. There.
There's the chicken.
That's a chicken. Where's the duck? I didn't see. Where did you see it? Am I losing my mind?
I thought it was a duck.
Right, I think that's a duck. Either way, it swims on water.
It
right.
does.
So we're going to in a minute. Right. So I've got my image out there. I wanted something bright and a bit brighter though, actually. Let's have a look. Shall we do the hamster?
Oh.
I think we might have to, actually. He's super cute. This is
Isn't
really
he?
hard to pick now. In fact, actually, no, I know plenty more people with doggies, so maybe a doggy would be ideal.
My son would like the hamster. Him and his girlfriend have got a hamster called Lavender.
Lavender, oh, that's super cute. Okay, so I'm going to print out, of course, my design here, and I'm also going to just quickly grab a digital punch, a circular one, just to, of course, show you the process, how easy this is. So I'm just going to crop out from this scene, and of course this is all launching Friday for you. It's not yet available, so a lot of you might be thinking, oh, I've not seen these designs before. That's because it's all brand new, proper new artwork for you, which is really exciting. But little teaser tonight, you get to see it here live in the shows. Now, I was mentioning earlier, of course, using your Minecraft Studio artwork alongside your own photographs. Don't worry, of course, because none of this white area is going to transfer, so you can budge your images right close to each other and just fussy cut around them. I'm also going to go into my USB because our lovely Sam emailed me some pictures. Okay, so oh, that's a bit big.
That's our Dave.
There's Dave in super zoom. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scale this image down. There we go. And let's also bring on, look at this one, our little Willow.
There
So
she
I'm going to
is.
put Willow on here as well. This is our Sam's cat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that these images are going to be the right size for our surfaces. Now, Amanda, we've got some incredible lanyard blanks on here as well, don't we? These little postcards.
Love these.
These are fabulous, aren't they? We've got a pack of 10 of these on the show. So what I would be then inclined to do is measure the size of these.
Look at these. So these are shop blank photo cards. There's 10 for £8.99. But how lovely is that to have that in your little wallet or something, or to give as a keepsake, or even to hang in your lanyards. You know exactly, hold on a minute.
Oh, here we go. Or, of course, in your purse or your wallet.
Like this.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got something like that.
Yeah.
And you can pop in your little image as well, which is brilliant. And they're really durable.
Oh yeah, they are. They're fabulous.
Oh, lovely, Luke.
There we go. So what I've done is I've popped our Sam and Dave just here. And of course I've measured the size of my actual these little rectangles are about 6 by 9 centimetres. So it's slightly longer than I need it to be, but that's okay. I'm also going to crop the image here of our willow and just make it slightly shorter. And I'm going to turn this one here into a square. Okay, and the coasters are about 10 centimetres square. So I'm going to want it to be roughly about 10. Let's have a little look. Go a little bit bigger. There we go. So there's willow, ready. So now what we want to do is print this paper. I always utilise as much space as possible on the design. Of course, the beauty of this is though, if you have printed on your sublimation ink, on your sublimation printer, you've printed it through, and you only ever printed the top side of it, and you've still got loads of other areas left, and you're not cut into it, you can feed it back through, but you want to make sure you're not going to, of course, print over where you've already printed.
Yes.
It has to be, and if any of that's been exposed to heat, it might not work in the same way. Okay, if that makes sense. So we're going to print it, and of course I'm going to show you here, it's connected to our Brother Sublimation printer, and if we just go on to more settings, you've got the function here, which will say, let's have a little look, in our advanced, let me just see if I can find it for you, into your basic. So we have got, where did I find it? I saw it on here earlier. This is where I've gone, ooh, I don't know where it is. There we go. I'll have a look back on here. Put it back on these ones. Advanced. Oh, there we go, look. Mirror print, okay? So if you go into advanced settings, you can deselect the mirror print. That means it will not flip around those images. Every time you then go and print it, it will then auto-select it for the next print. So you'd always need to turn that setting off. So I'm going to print this, and that's going to automatically send it to our sublimation printer, and it's going to start printing it for us.
This is so cool.
It's amazing. I absolutely love
Yeah,
this.
it really is.
Now, whilst that's printing, I've also got my heat press set up, okay? Now, with your heat press, of course, you've got a 3-touch setting. You can also hold down and change the unit of temperature, so whether it's Fahrenheit or degrees. And of course, I've got it on level 3 at the moment, which is 180 degrees maximum temperature, okay? So you always want to make sure you're using it on the highest temperature with what we're working with. It also does have the rubber stand for it as well, which of course is going to get hot itself, but not going to melt or burn. So it means you can still keep it out on your work surface, and it's really easy to actually,
Quite
craft
nice.
with.
It's like ergonomic. It's nice
yeah,
in
it's
your
very
hand, isn't
comfortable.
it? Yeah,
It's very
comfortable to
I
hold.
can also apply some pressure with this as well, because of course it's allowing me to actually use it with my arm. I'm stood up at the moment. I would always stand up while I'm doing sublimation printing. Find it easy. I have been doing some of it sat down, but I always feel like I can just manage a bit easier. So I'm going to take it just off my desk for now. I'm working onto our craft studio desk here. So of course I've got a glass mat with some fabric here, which is, I'm kind of replicating an ironing board. So always make sure you're working on a heat protective surface. I've got one of my little postcards here, and we're going to take some of our heat transfer tape. You can take a standard tape dispenser and pop this in as well, which is really good. I did that for one of the other shows. I literally just popped it into our sellotape dispenser, and it was good to go. So our paper is almost printed. I can hear it coming out. It's super silent though, isn't it?
Isn't it good?
So this stuff is heat resistant. Of course, you can get it in the Duro pack, or you can get it, of course, in the bundle with your heat press. I'm going to stick some just to this top side here and to the bottom side there. That's now ready to go when my designs are printed. Shall we just quickly share with everybody, of course, we do have the aprons and the MDF coasters.
We do.
Just while that finishes printing, then we'll come straight back to it.
Now, we've shared with you the glass coasters, but look at these MDF ones. So that is what you're printing onto. So these are square MDF 6-pack bundle for $15.99. But look at the shine.
Wow.
Isn't that just incredible? Absolutely beautiful, that is. So like I said earlier, doesn't matter what it goes on, it's just incredible print. Then we've got the white pocket apron. It's a double bundle, $18.99. Can you imagine doing this, giving it as a gift for Mother's Day or something like, with the photos of all the grandkids or the kids on it?
That'd be lovely.
How lovely would that be? And these are actually really quite big.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Look at
those. You've got the
okay.
proper strap as well.
So you've got your actual little slider to actually pop that on. So you've got adjustability. you've got really quite wide front, okay? So it's not a narrow front, it's quite a wide front, really long, and this is so robust. I can't even begin to tell you how
it's proper durable.
It's really, really
and it's
robust.
Polyester.
And then you've got your pockets. That's
Yeah.
a really nice size pocket as well, okay, which is fabulous. So you're getting 2 of these for that, $18.99. Aren't they just incredible? And again, can you imagine doing the making and gift giving with these? It's just phenomenal.
It is. Right, okay, so we've printed out our sublimation printer, and now when you print it, you might be thinking, oh, the ink looks like it's running out. It looks quite faint. Now that's how it's meant to look, okay? I was the same when it first printed. I thought, I went over to Mel and went, is that how it's meant to look? And she went, yeah, trust me, it is amazing. So what I'm going to do is take my first design here and just cut around the edge and trim off our photograph. And then of course I have got my little card here, and I'm just going to position this roughly over here to capture all of the image. I probably might have needed to make the image slightly smaller, but it's okay. I can still capture the elements that we need. And then what we're going to do is flip it round. And this is where then that Teflon sheet comes into use. So I can see here that, of course, I can trim a little bit of excess off there because I don't need all of that now. There we are, and a little bit closer up to the edge, which just means I can gauge where the actual project is. So if I just pop that now, face down, okay, with my Teflon sheet over the top, we want to wait about a minute. Unfortunately for us as well, which is great, the size of those postcards is almost the same size as the press. So we're going to pop that straight over. This is one of my favourite items to sublimate on as well. It is brilliant. But of course, sublimation printing is not just for your own photographs, it's for everybody else's. Get people to send them to you, make and sell with it. It is a fabulous little business in a box, isn't it?
It truly is. And when you can start making and gift giving like this, I like these because you guys at home, you could add a little magnet to the back of these and have fridge magnets.
Yes, you could.
They would be really cool, wouldn't they?
Really,
Absolutely
really easy.
Brilliant. And even the glass, I know they're down as being mattes, but I think those glass coasters, you put a big enough piece of magnet on the
Or
back.
in the MDF ones.
Yeah, they'd all make brilliant fridge magnets and gift giving. Can you imagine giving somebody that's like this and they're going to go, that's brilliant, where did you get it? And you go, well, made it for you. No way are they going to think this is actually manufacture quality, I'm going to say.
Absolutely.
So what you can get, the quality of this is what you actually get on the high street.
It is indeed. Now, of course, with the actual press that I used here, of course, 180, I held it down for probably around about a minute, I'm going to say that was. Take it away. Now, when you have actually got it down on the surface, you don't want to be constantly pushing it back and forth like this, like you would iron a garment. And the reason for that is you're going to be pushing that paper slightly. Even though that tape is on there to hold it in place, if you're slightly moving that sublimation printed paper, you're going to get a little fuzz on your image, and it will look as though your image is a bit blurry, like you've taken a photo whilst moving. So it won't be as sharp. So you want to make sure you keep it nice and still. That's the same with any design as well, not just in photographs. You can then have a little peek, okay? Bear in mind this will be hot. We can lift it up and see what we've got underneath there. And I can see my image is transferred perfectly. So now I can hold that down, take that away.
Oh,
and look at that. Look at them two.
Oh, look.
How long has it been together, Sam?
21.
21 years. Oh my goodness. I know, when's the wedding? I need to go buy a hat.
Yeah, we need a wedding.
Right, look at this. Okay, you've got your photographs instantly printed and transferred onto these surfaces. It is so quick and easy to do. This sublimation printer is by far my favourite new piece of equipment that we have introduced to you here at Highlight Crafts in this range. It is unbelievable. When it first launched, it was crazy. It was the busiest show we've ever had here at Highlight Crafts. It was bonkers.
Dear. It was a bit scary, I must admit.
So let's have a look at some more of our photographs. Shall we do?
Yeah, again, David, again.
Because it's just one of the things that when you start printing, you just want to carry on. You don't want to stop. Okay, so I've got another one of our photographs. And I've got my MDF coaster just here. So we're going to do our lovely little willow here on a coaster. Now for this one, I'm going to want to actually place the coaster onto the image. As you can see, I've got a nice border. I just want to make sure her ears are definitely in the design. And I'm also then going to take some sublimation heat resistant tape. Okay, this stuff, of course, once you've used it, just dispose of the little pieces that you've used because they've already been exposed to high temperatures. It's not repositionable. Well, you might get away with it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Here we are. I'm just going to trim this away.
I think I'm looking for the stars.
Oh.
We have a couple of questions. Our lovely Joe, how do you upload a photo onto Minecraft Studio, please?
Oh, great question, Joe. My bad for not even explaining that. Sometimes it's just what we think
everybody knows.
This is it. Okay, so what I said to Sam just before the show was, I went, email me a photograph, any photograph you want that you want on a surface. And she went, okay then. So basically what happened is she used her mobile phone to email that to me. So then I opened my computer at my desk and I popped my USB. This one here, one of my Craftmaster USBs. I popped that into my computer. So that was in my computer. I opened up my emails and I right-clicked on the photograph that was sent in the email. I clicked Save As, and when, of course, I clicked Save As, it allowed me then to save it onto the USB that was in the computer. But you need to make sure you're saving it as a JPEG, okay? So saved it as a JPEG because their file's readable in Minecraft Studio. Clicked Save. I didn't even need to rename it or anything. I could have renamed it, Sam's picture. And then what I did was went to my laptop where I have Minecraft Studio, popped the USB in, and of course, as I go into that USB, if I just show you here, we've just unplugged it and plugged it back in, it pops up there, look, and they're called thumbnails. I also have my 4 seasons and a few of my scan and cut files, but of course, if I scroll down to USB, they are just there. So that's how you add a photo. It's super simple, super easy. There could be photographs there that you already have on your computer. The same as follows. When you're on your computer, if I just show you the screen again, sorry, if you go to in here, let's have a look, this PC, okay, you'll have all of these different files, and that of course has for your pictures. So you can see here we've got pictures. That's any saved photos on your computer. If you've saved those as JPEGs, they will be sat inside here, okay? It's almost like when you're using Microsoft Word and you're importing a photograph, you've got your pictures on there too. I hope that answers that for you, Joe. And if, of course, you're still a little bit confused or unsure on how to do it, maybe in the future we could do videos on things like that for you, because I think it's a massive, massive attribute to the sublimation process. So I can see I've got a bit of a wobble on there, okay? So I'm going to add some tape across now the top and bottom, so it definitely cannot move top to bottom or side to side, okay? So let's put a bit of tape here as well. Again, we're using our heat resistant, making sure it's nicely tucked in on those edges too. There we are, just like that. And that's now not going to move.
Is what David's using at the moment. So he's chosen to use one of the MDF coasters on this one. So Shop Coaster gets you a 6-pack of the coaster bundle for $15.99, and they already come prepared for print, okay? Which is the white surface. And then the tape that David's just used is in the Duo. So Shop Duo, you get your heat resistant mat, which again is what David is using, and the heat resistant tape. That comes as a bundle, $16.49. However, he's also using the fabulous little heat press. So with this, it's a bundle. So Shop Bundle, it's your heat resistant mat. You're also heat resistant mat. Oops. You also get your heat resistant tape. It is only one use though, this. Once you've used
but there's
it,
tons on there.
There is tons on there. You're going to get 2 of these incredible mouse mats that again are prepared for print, and your little heat press machine as well. So all of those in that shop bundle, $69.99. And again, that is before, when you check out, you will get your extra discounts for being a Highlight member. So I'm coming back to you, David.
Coming back. So at the moment, I've just pressed it down. And of course, with this coaster being a slightly larger surface, I'm pressing it in one area. And after almost about a minute's time, I'm then picking it up and moving it. I'm not gliding it across, okay? So I'm making sure to keep it in the right place, okay? Holding it in position. I'm not dragging it around on the surface. I'm just making sure, of course, to always ensure that I'm holding it without dragging it. So again, I'm going to move it down to the bottom now. There we go, down here. I'm going to have a little sneak peek though and see what I'm getting, okay?
Let's see.
Because of course you can always have a little look. Oh, look at that image transfer. It is brilliant.
I'm just every time.
Checking all corners. Want to make sure all corners are okay. Okay. Okay, a little bit more down in this corner I think I might need. So at this point I've still not moved it. I've just had a peek. I can have a little look and reapply my heat down here for a couple of seconds.
Every single time I'm totally blown away at how clean and crisp the image is. And like I say, this is manufacturer, high street manufacturer quality print that you're actually getting from this.
It's not going to wash off.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. It's going to stay on there when you've done this. It's not something that, don't worry, it's not going to come away. You're not going to use it again. It is going to be washable, wipeable, functional. A lot. You don't need to glaze it or seal it, anything like that. Right, I think we're there now. So should we have a little look at a lovely coaster? Now this will be hot, of course. Always firstly shift it to another area. So I'm going to pop it here because that's where all my heat is. I'm going to hold it down whilst I'm lifting this up.
Oh, there she is.
Look at her. Look at that. I'm just going to pick it up with the tape because that'll make it a bit easier. Oh my word. How fabulous is that? Look how glossy it is as well. Super shiny and super, super glossy. And this is us making a business in a box possible and affordable for you at home.
I wouldn't want to put my cup on that, I'm afraid. I wouldn't want to use it, would you?
She's super cute, absolutely
lovely?
Adorable. Of course, we've got all those other images as well from our wonderful Minecraft studio that's coming very soon. Let's say Friday, very soon indeed. That's not tomorrow. No, it's Thursday tomorrow.
Thursday tomorrow. I don't know what's been wrong with me at the moment, David, but all day today I thought it, in fact, yesterday I thought it was Thursday. That today was going to be Thursday, and then today I've thought all day it's Thursday, so I'm completely out of it.
Okay, well, I can... Sorry?
I will be right tomorrow, because tomorrow is Thursday.
No, you'll think it's Friday tomorrow. That's what's going to happen, isn't it?
Don't know.
Okay, so with, of course, our waffled surface tea towels, I like that, the waffle tea towels.
Waffle.
It's waffle because it's like a crosshatch, like a waffle.
I just might have to have one for my tea.
What, a waffle?
Yeah.
Ooh, what, like a... What? Also, before we go into that, hold the phone.
I'm holding.
We had a discussion, hold the line caller, about dreams. Okay.
We did.
And about whether sometimes we have spooky dreams.
Weird.
Or what happens in our dreams. Why have we dreamt about that? I had a weird dream last night. What is the weirdest dream you've ever had? Please put it in the comments. We want to hear from you. Yeah, if you can do, of course. We're a family channel. We want to, but please.
And it's before 9 o'clock.
Yes, it is. We'd love to know what your sort of dreams were. Last night I woke up and my top was half off. I had an arm sticking out of my top. It was my arm. But I'd half taken it off, so the sleeve was up over here, and the rest of the top was still on, my pyjama top was still on my other arm, and it really hurt. I must have been stuck for quite some time. But I remember in my dream, like I was getting ready for something. I don't know what it was. When it's like a bit of a distant memory, like as if you don't know if it did or didn't happen. And I would love to, I always say, oh,
No knowledge of actually doing this. He just woke up and went, why is this? What's
really
happening?
Weird. But I love having a dream when it's like you don't want it to end and you wake up and you're like, I want it to go back, I want to go back there.
I want to go back to sleep, I want to be there.
So let us know what your craziest, funniest dreams have been. Or, of course, did you think it was a dream or did you...
Was it almost real?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a funny story. Okay, so my brother and sister-in-law, they'd gone to bed, and my sister-in-law hasn't been very well just recently.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, and my brother, it was that clear. Claire, my sister-in-law, actually remembers saying this. Okay, so she'd been reading a book.
Okay.
Before she went to bed. Mm-hmm. So clearly, the plot of the book and everything was still in her mind, and she was talking in her sleep and talking to the character. She was talking to the character and asking questions. So my brother heard, and it was as clear as daylight. And he wrote it all down, what she was saying, so he could tell her the next morning. Do you remember saying any of this? And she says, do you know what? I think I do.
Oh my goodness.
I think I do remember having that conversation. And she wrote, but it was obviously her side of the conversation, the one. But once she actually said, the story I was reading was this, it made total sense. But she was talking to the character in sleep.
How strange is that? Dreams are fascinating. It's your subconscious mind, isn't it, starting to work when you go to sleep? But yeah, let us know if you've had any interesting dreams. But also, what you were saying, Amanda, before I mentioned about the dreams was...
Can't remember.
Waffle.
Yes, that's it.
There we are. It was
look at this.
Do
you know, every time.
Look at that
That is phenomenal.
Printed onto our fabric. Look at that. And of course, that there, it doesn't rub off. It's not going to come away, anything like that. You have got a fabulous, fabulous high resolution print here onto your tea towel, which is of course washable. It's a polyester surface though. So of course we've gone from creating, this is still slightly warm as well, a wonderful coaster, which would make a brilliant
MDF.
gift. Do you know what? Over Christmas, Luke ordered coasters that must have been sublimation printed for his family. I didn't even know he'd done it. When they came, I was like, I could have made some of those. I could have done something. And he'd made these, and that must have been exactly what it was.
Yes.
They were not cheap, though.
Nope.
They weren't. And of course, you can do them so quickly, easily, and cost effectively.
Yourself.
Look
Which
at
is just,
that.
can you imagine, you know, if you've got a particular celebration and you did these as gifts,
Yeah.
whether it be, instead of, you know, if you have a wedding, instead of, this could be your favourite, you could do the date of the wedding and everything on here.
Yes.
And give everybody that as a gift. Or on the blanks, those little blanks. As a keepsake and a memory would be fabulous. Now, I haven't seen this done. I haven't seen this onto one of these. I've seen all the other ones, but I haven't seen it done onto the lanyards.
Okay, so we've got a few different designs printed in here. I'm going to use the zebra one. Of course, you can print full pages. The zebra, this is meant to be, right? It's almost like we dreamt it.
No.
Have we got any questions coming through as well?
On the
Don't
iPad.
have a little look whilst I get this one set up. Let's see what we've got coming through. Read any dreams? Read any dreams? Let us know your dreams.
Yeah, you have. Right, okay. So, question. How do I upload? No, we've done Joe. We've done that one. Take that one off. So, Leslie, would you be able to incorporate a photo into one of the designs of an MCS floral design download and make it look like it's part of the design at all? Then print it. It can be printed and pressed onto a T-shirt, for example.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so of course, if you look at this design I've got here, this is just as an example, but it's a great question, so why not show you whilst we've got the computer and everything out? Because we only have a few minutes left, so let's show it. So what I've got here, of course, is our lovely design of Willow. So I'm going to go into the USB that we've, of course, got, which is our 4 Seasons, which is launching as a download for you, of course, only on Friday, so you've not got long to wait. And what we could do is use our scissors to crop around our lovely Willow. Okay, so I'm actually going to crop the design from our photograph first before we use our artwork. So I'm going to go all the way around there we go, just to make sure all of the image has been taken out.
While you're just doing that, David, another question. What are the pixels of the pictures that you are using, please? That's from Sharon.
The pixels of the pictures?
Yeah, so what resolution are the pictures?
Oh, sorry, yes. These were, as Sam sent them to me, they were the largest file that it would send via email, okay? So the best quality. Usually, I know on an iPhone it does this, but not all of them. But I would say the highest quality that it will allow you to send or upload is what I would go for. And of course, these are good quality photos. Sam's got a good camera on her phone, but it doesn't always necessarily matter about that. It's of course just making sure that you're uploading it in its highest form that you can get. So storage space, all that sort of stuff, it will always prompt you and ask you prior. Well, it does for me anyway on my computer.
Yes.
So just to go with the highest quality that you've got or the biggest file size, because of course that's going to give you the best result. I hope that answers that for you though. So I've gone around here and I'm going to keep the inner. So of course we've cropped around. I've done that very quick, of course. I probably would have taken a bit more time. And then what I'm going to do is go into our scenes that we've got just here. And then let's have a little look at one of our scenes that we can place our lovely Willow in. I think she would look great down here in, of course, the front foreground of the garden. So I'm going to bring her to the front like this.
Oh,
okay.
look at that.
I'm going to just take the scaling of her down ever so slightly, and she's sat in the foreground down here. Now, in here, there's some foliage, and you've got some other bits and bobs as well. But let's have a look and see if we could just add some little spring flowers just around here. So I'm going to use that one. And then let's bring the design back up to scale. And then I'm going to scale this one down, copy and paste it. So we've used our Minecraft Studio design in the background, and then I'm going to just put these, just soften those edges. Another one there, just paste another one of these, pop these round so it literally looks like she's just inside there.
Oh, David, that's lovely.
How cute is that? So she is now captured inside the design of Minecraft Studio.
How
That's
gorgeous
our own
is
photograph. How cute is this? I'm going to group it all together, and then of course you can enlarge the whole thing, and there she is. So yes, absolutely, your own photographs could become part of the scene on Minecraft Studio.
That's cracking.
It's
Love
so fun
that.
and easy. I mean, we've literally only got like a minute or so left, haven't we?
We have.
So I'm going to quickly, shall I just quickly press one section of this for you? Or what do you want to do? Should we have a quick recap? Oh, okay. We're going to give you a quick recap of the printer, okay? I'm just going to swivel this round. Of course, this here is your Sublimation printer. We've got plenty more shows coming up with this, so you're going to have lots more to look forward to. This is, of course, your brother Sublimation printer. It comes with paper already, and of course it comes with the inks. As you're setting up your printer, you give the inks a shake for about 15 seconds, load them into the cartridge. You're going to get hundreds and hundreds of projects out of this.
In that little front piece there.
Sorry?
In that little front piece.
In
You
your
can
compartment.
open your inks.
Oh yeah. So you can see them all inside here as well, where the cartridges have been loaded.
Cartridges.
Absolutely. And of course it will indicate and give you ink levels as well. You do have the adjustable control screen on here. Of course, we're just going to recognize our paper size. Of course, you can have a look at your ink levels, your cartridges, all of that sort of stuff. There's plenty to play with on here. It's so easy to craft with,
Very easy.
which is what I love. I'm not a technical person, but of course, you as a crafter can be, of course, getting this in your basket today for an incredible price, okay? This is your brother Sublimation printer. For me, it's one of the best pieces of kit we have ever introduced here to the family of products.
Absolutely.
It's a game changer, making and selling products. We're going to be, of course, sharing with you education every single time we're doing the shows, but please be part of this amazing group. So many of you have already got yours. Don't miss out.
No, don't miss out. Absolutely not. Now, Stephanie does keep saying this. We will be bringing you additional blanks, okay? So we're going to continue supporting the sublimation printing, and we're going to keep bringing you all these different blanks that you can actually use with it, whether it be the coasters, etc., or the chopping boards. We've got so much coming ready to actually be used with the sublimation printer. And I do know, because Stephanie did mention it on Saturday, that we've got a special spray.
We do, and that's all we can say.
That's all we're going to say, okay?
Special spray.
To do with the sublimation printer, we've got a special spray. So thank you for joining us, everybody. It's been an absolute joy to have your company, to see all of your messages in here as well. Thank you for the team. All of you, lovely lots, for staying with us and keeping us company again. And obviously, remember, we're back here again at bright and early at 8 o'clock in the morning, so join us for that. Check out your baskets, and you will have a truly magical evening.
Bye.
Bye.